Welcome to Kathy's Hobby Corner.
Guys, I'm excited. This bell pepper plant is really doing its thing. We had a couple that I harvested in the beginning of the summer, and we've been trying to make sure we're consistent with the watering so that we can get, you see all the flowers still all over, and you got babies. I secured it a little bit down here with a stick to help support it. We've got a few baby bell peppers coming in down there, plants, but these plants have done really well. So we still got some growth right there on that one. We harvested one off of here, and I think we harvested one off of this one. In this box, we've got several. Now, what we might end up doing is transplanting them into this box over here to give a little bit more room for them to grow. I think we'll probably move this one on the back end and put it over there. But guys, we've got a lot of growth on this one, and I am always proud of this one because this one, guys, is the one that I finally successfully kept from last year. I overwintered this in the garage, and so when it started out, it was still green. I have never been able to keep them green through the winter, but this one we were successfully able to do it. And look at it, guys, it's got baby bell peppers all over the place. 2, 3, we still got plenty of flowers. 4, 5, 6, 7, one on the back side there, and we got flowers. So we're gonna stay on top of this. Hopefully we'll get a really nice group of bell peppers, and like I said, we're gonna thin this out a little bit. So like this baby that's right here behind this one, we're gonna move it because it's definitely gonna need its own soil. We'll probably move this one as well and only leave these 2 smaller ones in here with this big one, and put this one and the baby one over here in this box. So we'll get that done. Okay, guys, so it's a little windy out here, but I was telling you all we need to do this transplant so that we have plenty of nutrients for the plants that we leave in here. We're just going to pull this whole little section up, and it came up easy. As y'all can see, all the roots that are in there from this one bell pepper plant, we're going to fill that back in a little bit with the surrounding soil because we still want the onions in there, the stutter onions. Let's find a place for this. About right here. This looks good. We'll get some water and water this in. All right, and we need to find one more space. I'm gonna move one of these onions. I'm gonna put it right here. We're gonna make a space here. We're gonna move this little baby one back here in the back. That's all the way back here by itself. We don't want to bother with this big one here. It's not bothering anybody. We gave most of the soil that was surrounding it. We took that with it because we don't want it to have to acclimate too much to the soil where we transplanted it. We want it to have its own resources and its own familiar soil around the base. So we've got both of them transplanted. Let me grab some water and we can water it in so that it can begin to acclimate to the soil around it, and its own soil will spread out a little bit. All right, so let's water in the ones we just transplanted. And I've told you guys this before. Make sure you don't transplant in the heat of the day. This is at the end of our day, and the sun is not sitting directly on my garden. So this is actually the best time for us to transplant and deal with the plants that we have up here. So hopefully those will continue to grow and do fine. I started to do them, well, I saw them earlier, but I usually don't transplant when the plants are still small like this. I usually try to wait till they get about this size. This is about maybe a half a foot tall, and it's got more than, several leaves on it supporting it. That's when I usually try to do a transplant. So hopefully these will continue to go. We'll get some more bell peppers. We planted some in the far bin, but those have not come up yet. So not quite sure what's going on with that, but it may not be a bad thing because we've got watermelon in that bin and we've got okra in that bin. So the watermelon vines will probably take up a lot of space. So we'll wait and see. All right. Hopefully those will do fine. Let's move on to something else. Hey, good morning, y'all. I am out getting a quick check. Y'all know we transplanted the two bell pepper plants that were in this box because we didn't want it to overcrowd with this one. So we left two in the box. We moved two over to this box, and I'm just checking on them to make sure they survived the night, and just removing leaves that are low down because we don't want it getting in the mud. But they look like they did okay with the transplant we did last night. So we'll keep watching them, and hopefully they will take off and we'll get us some bell peppers. This one is doing really well. We've got about, I'd say, 6 on it. This one has about 2 on it, maybe 3, and a lot of flowers. And this one over here just has a lot of flowers. So we're waiting to see if we can continue to get bell peppers. And this one has 1 bell pepper plant in it right there. None of the other seeds came up. And this is not a bell pepper plant. I don't know what that is. It looks more like a tree. Okay. All right. So just wanted to update y'all on the bell pepper plant transplant.
Dance in the golden hour.